and I don't want to put anything out in the world that's gonna hurt anybody. So I need to be done with this channel for now or for forever. I don't know.
I certainly hope not forever. Hey everyone, and welcome to another video. Today we are talking about Jenna Marbles. She made a video yesterday where she was very emotional, apologizing for things that she had done wrong on her channel in the past and stepping away from YouTube for the foreseeable future, if not forever. This really bums me out because I remember watching Jenna and seeing her as someone who was, you know, a girl my age who was outspoken on the internet. She wasn't afraid to speak her mind. She wasn't afraid to be outgoing, and at the time when I first started watching her, I was very sheltered, raised very conservative Christian, and I looked up to somebody who could be like that and so confident, and I just aspired to be able to get there one day. And I think a big part of the reason why I'm even confident enough to have my channel is because I watched YouTubers like her kind of pave the way for people. So to see her get backlash to this degree that makes her feel the need to step away from YouTube when she's like one of the original creators and someone who really had a big impact on me, it really makes me sad. So we are gonna get into what she said in her video, but to sum it up, she apologizes for dressing up as Nicki Minaj. People called her out for doing blackface. She apologized for videos where she was critical of women sleeping around and said that that was internalized misogyny. She apologized for that, and also for a video where she made jokes about Asians. Now granted, I do think all of these things are wrong, but it is important, at least to me, to keep in mind that the things that she's getting called out for right now are from videos that were in 2011, 2012, and I do think it was not great to post those things, but at the same time, we do have to keep in mind cultural context, and at the time, those sorts of jokes were not seen as offensive as they are today. Not saying that they were right, but I do think it's important to note that she wasn't making that kind of content now, and she hasn't for a very, very long time, because she self-admittedly has grown from that and therefore has taken down all of the offensive videos, but she didn't feel that that was enough to hold herself accountable. She decided to step away from YouTube altogether, and there are a lot of mixed feelings on this. A lot of people think that she did the right thing, that she should be stepping away. This tweet says, y'all know Jenna Marbles left on her own volition, right? Like, she even said no one came for her neck. She added shit she did that no one was talking about on her own reflection. Y'all don't know what growth looks like, and it shows. Someone replied to that saying, people are learning what personal accountability looks like, and it scares them. I agree and I disagree with these sentiments. Yes, she is choosing on her own to step away, but it is as a direct result of the backlash that she was getting on these types of things and the guilt that it made her feel. She acknowledges that what she did was wrong, she feels terrible about it, but she's so shook up that she's going to just remove herself from YouTube. Also, something I have mixed feelings on, if she's struggling with the pressure from 20 million subscribers, I can't even imagine how that would feel, and she feels the need to take some time for herself and step away. I totally support that, that's one thing, but if she's stepping away because of excess hate that she's been getting, then I don't know how I feel about that. I think maybe that would be the wrong move. While it's true that no one's making like drama videos about her, she wasn't getting like an exorbitant amount of hate for the types of things that she was posting or had posted a long time ago, she still was getting a lot of comments. So even though I've seen a lot of people saying no one was really attacking her very much, there wasn't like a big movement to cancel her, I agree with that, but at the same time, there were enough comments. She was getting enough hate, and it doesn't matter how famous you are. I do think that seeing that type of negativity over and over again, especially if you're a person who genuinely cares, I think that could bring you down. So to reiterate, yes, she is making her own decision to step away, but I do think that that is heavily motivated by the opinions of others, and she admitted this multiple times throughout her video.
All right, so I get it. Feel like we're at a time where we are purging ourselves of anything and everything toxic.
So she clearly views herself as toxic and feels like she's one of the people that need to be purged in our era of cancel culture.
I'm being requested that I address things that I've done in my past.
Again, that speaks to my point of her actually addressing things that people have said to her. This is not just her on a whim for no reason one day deciding to do this. This is a result of the things people have been saying to her.
There's a couple things that people want me to address and apologize for, and I'm happy to do that, because what I want from the people that I support and that I like is to have accountability.
Yes, accountability is very important. But if the only goal in this is to hold herself accountable, and it's not that she needs a break from the internet for mental health purposes, then I think making this video in and of itself, apologizing and addressing those things head on, would have done it. Clearly she cares. I think that people like this, honestly, we need to stick around. So many other people should be stepping away, should be, you know, having to face more criticism and heat, but they're not. They don't care at all because accountability means nothing to them. But then we have someone like Jenna who, like, she really cares. She has such a big heart, and that is so hard to find on the internet. We need more of it, not less. So if it's truly only about accountability and not for her own needs, I wish that she wouldn't choose to step away in addition to making this video, because I really think the video is a good step, but I don't think it needed to go further.
And to know that I'm supporting someone whose morals and values align with my own.
I don't necessarily agree with that. Like, I follow a lot of people, I support a lot of people that have very different values and morals than I do myself, and I'm still able to support them or be friends with them because I see them for who they are as a person and not their political standpoints or, you know, even religious standpoints. I have a lot of friends who are very religious, and yeah, our values there are very different. I have a lot of people who are very conservative, and our values there are very different. But friendship can go beyond that. I think expecting every single person you watch on YouTube or TV or whatever it may be to have the same morals and values of you is a little bit unrealistic. I mean, it's hard enough to find one person, even a friend, who agrees with you on everything. It's impossible to find. So at some point, we need to just take a deep breath and understand that people are different, people view the world differently, and unless it's on something like, for example, the last video I made on Brady, who I believe is a criminal, saying my morals and values don't align with his means something very different than topics of politics. And of course, we can't avoid politics ever. People made even Jenna apologizing political. Like this guy who said, "So dark tan is now racist? Better arrest 97.8% of girls in Manchester then. Funny to see the lefties eat one of their own though. Hashtag Jenna Marbles. Hashtag Jenna Marbles is over party." Why do we need to be like, oh, the left is attacking the left? Isn't this funny? If we're trying to talk about SJWs getting overly offended at everything, I'm sorry, but conservatives are some of the most easily triggered people ever. You'll find it on both sides. Like, I keep reading about people who are conservative who are offended and triggered that they have to wear masks in public and they think it's a violation of their rights, and Karens all over, conservative Karens all over are mad that they have to wear masks. So let's just not make it a political thing. It doesn't have to be. It's like either one extreme or the other. You have people who are like, yes, she should take herself off of the internet. And then people like this guy who seem to make fun of racism. Why can't there be more people that are just able to see both sides for what it is and make a logical step forward instead of needing to be at an extreme? And I do want to clarify what I mean by cancel culture. Some people do need to be canceled in the sense of removed from the internet. Like, again, my last video that I made on Brady. If you're doing something like being a child predator or abusing people, then yeah, you should be removed from the internet. But if you made inappropriate comments over a decade ago, addressing it is a good move, yes. Apologizing for it if you no longer identify with those ideals, great. But removing yourself or feeling obligated to remove yourself because other people are offended at that, I think is a step too far and unnecessary. Unless, like I said, she feels the need to personally take a break from being online. I truly believe the focus should be on educating and not tearing down. Jenna Marbles is quitting YouTube because of cancel culture, yet she's clearly a lovely human. Like, who does it help to tear something down by allowing someone to grow and change you better the world? PewDiePie commented and said, Jenna Marbles was one of the most genuinely good people on this platform, and now she gets bullied off the site by mistakes that happened 8 to 10 years ago. Who cares? These actions reflect in no way on who she is and the content she makes today. Anyone who watches her can see that. And that's so true. She even said in her video that she has grown as a person.
I've tried my best to grow up and to be a better person.
We all have problems in our past. No one in the world is perfect. This site will be filled with nothing but douche tubers who don't care, while the people who do get pushed out. So disappointed with the internet and how far things have gotten. And of course, here are the headlines as well. And Everything in the media right now seems to be saying YouTuber Jenna Marbles quits over blackface, and all the titles are about her leaving because she's called out for being racist. And it's because of this. It's because she dressed up like Nicki Minaj and people called her out for doing blackface. Not a great move, and it's certainly not something I think she would have done today, but in her video she explains that this wasn't even meant to be blackface.
It was not my intention to do blackface. This is the end of the video where I took my wig off.
I do think intention matters. She's about to say that it doesn't, but I am a firm believer that if someone makes a mistake and does not intend to cause harm, that's entirely different than someone going into something for the purpose to cause harm. So even though she's like, it doesn't matter what my intention was, I do think that matters.
I don't know how else to say this, but it doesn't matter, because all that matters is that people were offended and it hurt them.
And now she goes into apologizing for other things that she's done, one of which is internalized misogyny.
The next thing I would like to apologize for is a video that I posted in 2012 and made private shortly thereafter. This was one of the hardest years of my life, and I made a video that came across unbelievably slut-shaming.
You know, it's sad to me that she's being labeled as someone who slut-shames, because even though maybe that video was bad, I haven't seen it, so I can't really say. I will say that personally, I have gained confidence as a woman watching her videos. Not only did she make me feel like I could be outspoken in YouTube videos and feel like that's something that I could actually pursue, but she's done a lot of different things about how she dresses or how she does her makeup or how she dances or whatever it may be that growing up as a very sheltered Christian girl, I was told was a sin. Oh man, was it a sin. So again, like, watching her gave me confidence that it's okay to be me and express myself in whatever way I want to without feeling like I should have this guilt and judgment.
I ranted about girls that ran around and slept around, and that's wrong. I had a lot of internalized misogyny, I feel like, at that time in my life.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't agree with that. I'm very against slut shaming. You guys know I'm very open about women embracing their sexuality because I grew up very sheltered from that and always was told that it was wrong. So I get very bothered whenever I hear people, you know, slut shaming or doing anything like that, because that's how I was raised. But again, like I said, watching her videos, I always got the opposite vibe. So I'm surprised that she ever did make a video like that. Like I said, I didn't see it, but it depends on how she approached it. You know, if she's saying you shouldn't go around and sleep with everyone and not be safe, that is good advice, because there are a lot of risks that can come with that. But if it was solely for the purpose of slut shaming, maybe not the best thing to say. But I don't think that she should take that as something that identifies her stance on femininity as a whole, because she has done so much to help girls, me in particular, in feeling more confident.
There's no one demanding an apology for that video of me right now, but I'm like, just, you know what, put it on my tab. Here's another thing I'm sorry for.
I feel so bad for her. She's so torn up about this. Like, it has clearly gotten to the core of her, and it has affected her so much that she feels the need to step away from her business, essentially, that she's worked the last decade to create. And she's so successful, and she's lucky to have that amount of success. Not a lot of people have that, but it's also not easy. She should be proud of what she accomplished and not ashamed. Yes, apologize, but don't give up on everything that you've worked so hard for. You do deserve to be on this platform. You do deserve to have the success that you have, and it's great to grow as a person and to learn and become better, but please don't abandon this platform. We need good people like you on it. I'm afraid to see what's going to happen in the future if everyone with an actual heart believes.
I'm literally just here to have a good time, and I don't think I'm having a good time. And it seems like maybe some other people aren't having a good time, so for now, I just can't exist on this channel.
I would like to know if she's not having a good time because she's burnt out, because she feels an overwhelming amount of pressure to be in front of that many people, or if it's because she's received so much backlash and that makes her not have a good time, and that makes her think that other people aren't having a good time, even though I think she's doing a lot of good for a lot of people that are having a great time.
I think I'm just gonna move on from this channel for now. I don't know if that's forever. I don't know how long it's gonna be.
I hope it's not forever. I hope that you feel better. I hope that right now you just receive an outpouring of love and support that makes you remember why you started doing this and why you love what you're doing, and that creators support you and that your fans support you. The whole cancel culture thing really bothers me. I feel like people who don't deserve it get it, and people who deserve it don't get it. It's backwards. All y'all posting hashtag Jenna Marbles is over party. Where, oh where is that energy for Trisha, Tana, the Paul brothers, dare I say it, Shane Dawson? Shaking my head, Jenna Marbles will forever be the best 32-year-old lady. Hey! No, I agree, you're right. So I'm sending her all of my love. I hope you guys send her love as well. As usual, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think the right move is here? Like this video if you liked it, share it, make sure to follow me on all my socials. I will include them in the description below. Also really quick, there's only a few days left to get my Patreon postcard. I'm sending everybody on Patreon in the $15 tier and up a signed postcard with a cute little note on the back of it, and that ends at the end of this month, so there's only a few days left. Link in the description if you want to get it. Also check out my merch at ffvmerch.com. Lots of cute new stuff on there. And I think just today we posted a new video on the vlog channel, youtube.com/JaclynVlogs, of David and I going to Big Bear for a few days, getting on a boat. The boat crashed. He got a giant bruise on his rear. Anyway, it's a good vlog. I'll link that below. And hopefully that can put a smile on your face after this somewhat kind of bummer of a video. Bummer, get it? His bum, this video. Anyway, I tried. It's not funny. Hope you guys are staying safe and sane, and I will see you in the next one. Bye! Psh.